Tell me about your background and your work experience.
I worked at a daycare child center for 2 years. I helped with the planning of the lesson plans and just overall child safety there. My daughter went there, so it helped me to feel comfortable working there, and through there I kind of grew a love for children and had a lot of fun there. And then I also did some of my other experience would be Beatitude House. I did a year internship there last August to this past August, and there I did stuff with a social worker where we did family planning, basic living skills. I worked also with a child advocate, planning out different things for the children to do, and that was about it.
Okay, when you sought your current degree, what type of work did you aspire to do?
I recently just got my associate's degree in December for human service technology. I've always wanted to work with families, whether it would be counseling or doing child advocate, anything of that nature, because I feel that families' roots of problems just happen in there, and that if I can get to that, if I can help build better family structure, better family strengths, and that's pretty much the population that I would like to work with.
And why are you interested in being considered for this position?
Well, as I previously said, I really enjoy working with families, and from what I've gathered about this agency, you help out children, but also the family, so I feel that I would be getting a win-win there.
Okay. What would your last supervisor say about you?
She would say I was very reliable, a hard worker. I was always there. I never called off. I was on time. I did my job, and even a little bit above and beyond what I was supposed to do, just kind of dove right in.
What is your ideal work environment?
I would like to be in a work environment where everybody gets along, that they support each other. I want to feel comfortable that if I have a question or a concern, that maybe I could go to somebody who's more of a seniority person to get my answers from or help me with that concern.
What do you expect from a supervisor?
I expect to be respected, to for the supervisor to be there, to kind of help me, to guide me. If, say, like my coworker can't help me with an issue, say there's a problem with the child in the home, I want to be able to go to my supervisor and get her opinion on this.
Share your philosophy in working with families.
The best place for children to grow up is in a family. I believe, like, especially with this agency, we should be able to provide or help to provide services that engage, involve, strengthen family, to ensure the child's well-being.
How do you keep yourself organized?
Usually with calendars, with notes, as long as it may even seem like a chaos to others, but to me it's an organization of my own where I know where everything is and where everything fits. But like I said, calendars mostly, from what I understand with this position, that it's home visiting, I would usually put down on a calendar, say an appointment I'm supposed to see a client, like I did with Beatitude House. When I had an appointment with a client, I would make sure to write that down in my appointment book, and it helps remind me. Also on my Outlook calendar, because it gives you those little messages to say, hey, you have this going on. So it just kind of helps me to have a couple different varieties.
Inside or outside of work, what has been your greatest interpersonal challenge, and how have you overcome this?
My greatest personal challenge, personally, was having my daughter at a young age. She's a joy, but having her that young, right out of high school, and wanting to continue on with my education, it was a struggle, but I had a really great support system with my family, and I want to be able to help others that may be young mothers to kind of guide them, to help with their parenting, to be able to know that they don't have to sacrifice, that they don't have to stop, that they can continue their education, to help them become better with their, become better personally, to help their child's well-being. And with my daughter, I've watched myself blossom to, I kept thinking I wasn't going to do it, but I was able to succeed and have my associates now and continuing on with my bachelor's at this time.
What do you feel are your areas of weaknesses?
My kind heart. It could be a positive and a negative. I know that I can't help the whole world. However, I want to try to help as much as I can, and I feel that that could be a little bit of a weakness of mine.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully stable, maybe with this agency if I would be considered for this position. Possibly another child, maybe marriage, owning my own home, just being financially set.
Is there anything else you would like to share about yourself or questions for me regarding the position or our organization?
I'm very friendly, I'm very lovable, I'm, like I stated, very reliable. I feel that anything like such as this position, like with this agency, with human service in general, it's my calling in life, it's a passion of mine, and I feel that I could really be an asset to your company. And I guess the only questions I'd really have is if you can explain a little bit in detail about the position that is up right now that I'm applying for, just a little bit about it, maybe the days, times, what all a day would look like.